Okay. Um, yeah, so if you have blocks or a blanket, that'd be great, something to sit under so you have a little bit of a lift. If not, that's okay. You don't need it if it's not comfortable to you. But if usually I know if like knees are higher than hips and your back's kind of rounding, just give yourself a little lift underneath. Come to a comfortable seat. So today, I'm using Journey to the Heart for a meditation at the end of class, and I skipped ahead to tomorrow actually. Happy Mother's Day for all the mothers out there, by the way, coming up. Yay, we're celebrating you. But this one is all about, it says going for the ride. And I thought it was really fitting because I've been starting to think about, just this time and how it's starting to get really challenging. Like we're so close to, we're starting to open things up and get a sense of normal, but not quite there yet. And it's feeling a little bit frustrating. So this is just about embracing trust and just staying present and knowing that this is all happening for a reason, and there's a lesson here to learn. So I've been trying to cultivate that. So I thought we can cultivate a little bit of presence, just kind of staying in the uncomfortable. Don't panic, it's going to be fine. But just kind of getting used to uncomfortable. Because when things are uncomfortable, I know for me, I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel good. I'm going to avoid that. But sometimes, it's important to feel that uncomfortable feeling and be in it. Because when it's over, it makes us stronger. Sounds good in theory. So let's practice. Maybe softly close the eyes if that feels comfortable, or just look at the ground. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, let them rest on the back, create space in the chest. Take the elbows in line with the shoulders, and just be here. Listen to the sounds around you. Maybe feel the air on your skin, feel the clothing on your skin. Maybe you notice that feels uncomfortable, right? Just bring awareness to it. Try not to change it. Notice any aches or pains in the body that you feel, and bring awareness to that. Right? Take this time to observe. Now notice the breath without changing it or deepening it. Just notice how you're breathing. Notice your pattern. Is it smooth? Is it uneven? Do you feel like it's difficult to breathe a little bit? Sometimes in the morning I feel that, like my breath pattern is off a little bit. Now let's begin to deepen. Take a deep breath in through the nose and pause at the top. Keep that length in the side body and the spine through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, release. Keep the lift in the torso. Maybe rooting you firmer into the ground. Repeat that again. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Maintaining lift. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go. Beautiful. Come to a breath that's neutral and comfortable to you. Take the hands in front of an unfolded heart. And bow to the beautiful light in you and in each other, and maybe to something greater than yourself. Blink your eyes open, and let's do this. Thank you so much for being here. So come to tabletop position, and we'll just kind of warm up the body, move here a little bit. Jeff's going to kind of show us what that looks like. So, yeah, so maybe, moving the body forward to stretch out the wrists, maybe taking a couple cat-cows. warming up the spine, whatever your body needs here. And as we practice today, please know I always give modifications. Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, I'm just a guide. So please don't feel pressured to have to do everything. Yeah, take one more moment just to move the body however you need to warm up a little bit. And on your next inhalation, come to a neutral spine. Have wrists in line with the shoulders. Really flex the hands nice and wide. Really separate them. The index and fourth finger, the middle finger and fourth finger tend to knock in, so keep them evenly spaced. Press down on the thumb and index fingers. And then hug the palms in towards the mat. Kind of fire up the biceps a little bit. Press down really hard on the index finger and the thumb. And then inhale, draw the belly in, draw the shoulders onto the back, lift the knees, and just hover off the mat. Hug into the midline. Now take your chest towards your thighs, keep your knees bent. Take the hips up towards the sky so you're in a deep down dog, like a puppy pose almost. Now you can start to work the heels towards the mat. If the back is rounding, rebend the knees, take the chest towards the thighs, hips up towards the sky. Pedaling it out, maybe moving one hip to one side. Arm bones lift, draw the belly in. Ears in line with the biceps. Beautiful. Now inhale, lift the right leg up. Flex the foot, tack your right hip down. Lift from the inner thigh, keep drawing the belly in. And when you want to put that leg down, keep it lifted. Keep lifting from the inner thigh. Beautiful. Now draw knee to nose. Press the earth away, round the back, and exhale that leg back into the air. Repeat that. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale that leg back into the air. One more time. Inhale, knee to nose. Puff up the back, round the back, and then bring that foot between the hands. You can take that right hand to the ankle if need be. Bring your back knee down. You can always pad the back knee. Do you need a blanket, Jeff? Or you could? I can grab one for you. Yeah. And then square the hips. So tack your right hip back, left hip forward. Take hands to front thighs. Front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Beautiful. And then inhale, lift the arms in front of you, forward. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Plug the shoulders back. Keep knitting the ribs up and in. And then take the arms overhead. Option to stay here. If the elbows are rounding, you can always cactus the arms. Or just take the arms a little bit wider. Now, option to stay here. Right hand grabs left wrist. Get length in the side body as you take a side stretch over towards the right side. Keep tacking that right hip back, left hip forward, hugging into the midline. Keep drawing the ribs up and in. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take the left hand down to the mat. Keep the back knee down to start. We'll come back to this. Get length in the side body. Take a twist. You can take your right hand and just keep it on your right thigh, or maybe take it to the hip, or maybe extend up to the sky. If it's okay on the neck, you can look at the sky. Draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, release. Stay lifted. Inhale. Exhale, release. Step back, downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling it out. Reset the feet. Again, if you notice the back is rounding, separate the feet wider, bend the knees. Take the chest towards the thighs, hips up towards the sky. And then if the calves are open and nice and stretched, you can start to straighten the legs. Good, inhale, lift the left leg up, lift from the inner thigh. Tack that left hip down, draw the belly in, arm bones are lifting. And stay here. Inhale, keep breathing. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. Exhale, release. Keep that thigh lifting. Good, now inhale, draw knee to nose, round the back. Exhale that leg back into the air. Good, repeat that. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, lengthen. One more time, inhale, knee to nose, draw the belly in. Good, now swing that foot through between the hands. Maybe take that hand to the ankle to help it up. Drop that back knee down. Careful you're not directly on the back knee, so walk that back leg back a little further. And then square the hips. So left hip forward, right hip back. Sorry, let me repeat that. Left hip back, right hip forward. Good, take hands to front thighs. Maybe I should stand and get off the block and actually do something a little bit today. Good, keep drawing the belly in. And then again, take the arms forward, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, plug the shoulders back, knit the ribs in, knit the belly in as you take the arms overhead. If the elbows round, cactus the arms. Maybe take the arms a little bit wider. Good, keep scissoring the legs. Left hand grabs right wrist. As an option, get length in the side body as you take a side stretch over towards the left. Now, if that's not working, you can just take left hand to hip and then just take a side stretch over toward that leg. You don't have to grab with both hands. Keep drawing the ribs in. Good, inhale, rise up. Take the right hand down to the mat or to a block if you need to lift. Get length in the torso, get length in the spine as you twist from the thoracic spine. Inhale, take the left hand up towards the sky. So the middle of the back, the ribs, rather than turning at the hips and twisting at the hips. Good, inhale, exhale, release. If that's too much, you can always take that left hand to thigh or to the hip. Repeat that, inhale, exhale, release. One more time, inhale, exhale, release. Step back, we'll find plank pose. Good, you can always drop the knees here if need be. All right, so hands nice and wide, shoulders in line with the wrists, or wrists slightly forward of the shoulders if you need more space. Draw the shoulders up and back, but keep the belly lifting. If the back is rounding and the hips are dropping, drop the knees. Hug into the midline, tone the belly, tone the glutes, tone the legs. Calm the mind, inhale. Exhale, release, feel the shake. Inhale. Exhale, release. When your mind is saying, I'm done, keep going. Of course, if you feel any discomfort, any pain, you may come out, of course. Keep drawing the ribs in. One more breath. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Swing it through between the hands. Find warrior one with the back heel lifted. So back thigh lifts. If this is too much, you can always bring that back knee down. So again, scissor the legs, right? So right hip back, left hip forward, square those hips. Draw the belly in. Now, option here, clasp the hands. Press the palms forward. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Plug the shoulders back, knit the ribs in. Option to stay here or start to work the arms overhead. Right? Again, if the head's coming forward and the elbows are rounding, just separate the hands, press the palms up towards the sky. Keep drawing the ribs in. Good, making sure that that front knee tracks over the ankle rather than having the front knee forward of the toes. right? So if you find you're kind of here, right, shift the torso back and bring that back leg back a little further so you can go longer, right? It might feel a little unstable, right? But you've got, the longer you go, the deeper you can get into that front leg. Keep tracking that right knee over the third toe. Good. Gently release the hands. Take the right hand to the inside of the right foot, and we'll come into lizard lunge. You can always bring that back knee down. Actually, bring the back knee down to start. Good. And tack that right hip back, left hip forward. Bring the pelvis forward, then torso forward. And then option to stay here or maybe come down to the forearms. You could always use forearms on a block or even a pillow. You can stack pillows. Maybe opening up at the hip, right? Now, if you're gonna do that, I suggest coming to the side of the foot, the pinky side of the foot, turn the toes about 45 degrees, and then just make sure that that knee lines up with the ankle. Keep drawing the belly in. Option to lift the back knee. And breathe here. Exhale, release, plant the hands, find downward facing dog. Beautiful. I'm gonna sit on the couch. Jeff gets mad when I sit on the couch and he's practicing, but there's nowhere for me to go. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Swing that leg through between the hands. Find warrior one with the back heel lifted, or Anjalayasana, bring that back knee down. Okay, and then rise up, take hands to front thighs. Right, so this time, again, making sure that you're long enough so that when you bend, that knee tracks over the front ankle, make it at 90 degrees. Lift from the back inner thigh, tack that left hip back, right hip forward. Take the palms up towards the sky, okay, shoulders up towards the ears. Now start to work the arms behind you, right? You might just stay here or clasp the hands, okay? And then start working the shoulder blades up and back, take the palms away from the waist. But as you do that, keep knitting the ribs up and in, draw the belly in. Keep that back thigh lifting. Maybe gaze up to the sky. Gorgeous. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Beautiful. Slowly take the hands to the waist and then release. Take that left hand to the inside of the left leg. Find that lizard lunge. Bring that back knee down. Making sure that you're long enough, right? So that you're not directly on top of the knee. Now, option to stay here with arms straight, or maybe you can come down on the forearms. Right, but if you notice that your back is kind of rounding, like Jeff's got, he's really long here, but can you round your back up? Like if you're kind of here, I'd suggest maybe coming up, maybe straightening the arms, right? So you don't want to constrict too much. You want to be able to breathe comfortably, maybe open up at the hip, right? Just making sure that that left knee is in line with the ankle if you're going to do that. Option to lift the back knee up. Keep squaring the hips, right? So tacking that right hip forward, left hip back. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, straighten the hands, come back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. You can always drop the knees here. Now, keeping the hands and the feet where they are, take your breath in, exhale, find downward facing dog without moving the hands and feet. Try that again. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, plank pose. Beautiful. Now, from here, from plank, you can always drop the knees down, okay? Actually, drop the knees down. Just to start. All right, now take your elbow, your right elbow, down to where your right hand is right now. And then take your left elbow down to where your left hand is. So you're kind of now you're in forearm plank, right? Now, take your left hand to where your left elbow is, and then take your right hand to where your right elbow is and straighten your arms, and you're in plank. My goodness. All right, now, we're gonna repeat that, but if you want to, you can lift the knees, all right? So, without letting the hips rock back and forth, right? We'll start on the right side. So take your right hand to where your right elbow to where your right hand is. Take your left elbow to where your left hand is. Draw the belly in. Now, take your right hand to where your right elbow is. Left hand, left elbow, straighten your arms. We got this. All right, let's go to the left side. All right, so now take the same thing. Left elbow to where left hand is. Right elbow to right hand, where right hand is. And we'll go back on the left side. So left hand to left, where left elbow is, straighten the arm. Right hand to right elbow. One more time on the right side. Here we go. Keep drawing the belly in. I know. Happy thoughts. So, right elbow to right, where right hand is. Left elbow to right, left hand. And then repeat that. So go on the right side. So right hand to right elbow. Left hand to left elbow. Downward facing dog. Woo! That was fun. Now inhale back into plank pose. I know, we're almost only gonna be here for a second. Shift forward. You can always drop the knees. Good. Bend at the elbows, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, find your way to your belly. Stack your hands, take a little rest. Maybe windshield wiper the legs if need be. Good, now take the legs straight back behind you. Click the tops of the toes flat. Squeeze the backside, tone the backside so that the thighs lift up off the mat, right? Tone the tush, tone the belly. Good, now straighten the arms and make a Y with the arms. So Jeff, are you okay? Okay. Forehead is gonna stay down here. Feet are gonna stay down. So press into the earth with the pinky side so that the wrists lift up off the mat and the forearms. Good. Inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears and then plug the shoulders back. Keep that action. Keep everything as is. Inhale, just lift the arms off the mat. Keep the head and feet down. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Good. 8 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Think happy thoughts. Exhale, tap down. Is that 5, Jeff? Inhale, lift. Yep. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Keep squeezing the shoulders. Good. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, release. Good. Shake it out. And then make a pillow with the hands, keeping the forehead down on the mat. Tone the belly, tone the tush, squeeze the legs so the thighs lift up off the mat. Now inhale, just lift the right leg off the mat. Press the left foot into the earth. Keep drawing the belly in. Tap that foot to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. 8 more times. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the tush. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Is that 5? Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Slower is better. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Shake it out. And then we'll switch to the opposite side, 10 on the other side as well. So just re-engage the legs, squeeze the tush, squeeze the belly, knees lift up off the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Pressing into the earth with that right foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. On your breath. And if you're kind of good, if you're good, then you're good, right? It's not really about the number, it's about the engagement. Just as you lift that leg, squeeze that left glute at the top. And then when you're finished, take a rest. Beautiful. Now forehead down on the mat, cactus the arms. Tone the belly, tone the tush, squeeze the legs, so thighs lift. Keep that action in the legs. Now inhale, just lift the head, chest, arms, and the torso off the mat. Gaze towards the front of the mat to protect the neck rather than forward. Keep drawing the belly in. Maybe straighten the arms out to the side, thumbs up towards the sky. Draw the shoulder blades up and back. Belly button up and in. Good. Exhale, release. Take the thumbs to the base of the chest. Work the shoulder blades up and back. Keep the engagement in the legs. Inhale, forward, up, and then back. Cobra pose. Beautiful. If the shoulders are forward, bend the elbows. Work the shoulder blades up and back. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Shake that out. Woo! Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up. We'll go to the left side first. Ooh. Swing it through between the hands. Good. And then spin the back heel down. And then take your left hand to the inner thigh. So tracking that knee over the third toe. Okay? Making sure that you're long enough so when you bend, knees in line with the ankle. Good. Keep that action as you take the hips back and walk your hands over towards your right foot, toward the center of the mat. Okay? Now, if that front knee is kind of bending inward, right? Maybe take that left hand to the inner thigh to keep that hip opening. Work the hips back. Arms forward, maybe down dog arms. Draw the belly in, nice long spine. Good, then walk the hands in, take your forearm to your front thigh, find Parsva Konasana side angle. Tack your left hip under, right hip back. Back thigh is lifting. Draw the belly in. Yeah, take the right arm in front, forward. Draw the shoulder up towards the ear. Plug the shoulder back as you extend that bicep over cheek. Get nice and long. Hug the feet in towards each other. Good, now option here, tone the belly. Maybe that left arm meets the right, like you're holding a beach ball. Keep drawing the ribs in. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Yeah, shoulders in line with the hips. Knee in line with the third toe. So tuck that right hip under, left hip back. Draw the ribs in. Back arm lifts as much as the front. Gaze over the third finger. So if you notice that your torso is shifting forward, bring shoulders in line with the hips by shifting the torso back. One more breath, a little bit lower, I know. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog, take a vinyasa. So shifting forward or just meet in downward facing dog. Exhale, Chaturanga. Good, inhale, forward up and back, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose, shoulder blades up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Here we go. Inhale, forward. Bend at the elbows. Exhalation. Inhale, shoulder blades up and back. Downward facing dog on an exhalation. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Watch behind you. Swing it through between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Viparsva Konasana. Legs. Now, keeping that right knee tracking over the third toe, start to walk the hands over towards the left leg, like towards the center of the mat. Working the hips back. If that front knee is tacking in, maybe take the right hand to the right thigh. Keep that back thigh lifting. Good. Inhale, take right forearm to right thigh. Viparsva Konasana. Right hip tucks under, left hip back. Draw the belly in. You can always stay here or work the left arm forward in front of you. Draw the shoulder up towards the ear. Plug that shoulder back as you extend overhead. So if the elbow is rounding, if you're kind of here, right, just take your forearm a little further away from the cheek so that you can straighten the arm. Keep drawing the belly in. Good. On your next inhalation, maybe that right arm extends. Work the obliques. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Gorgeous. Good. Tuck that front hip under, top hip back. Shoulders in line with the hips. Front knee is opening up towards the third toe. Gaze over the third finger. Back arm lifts as much as the front. Beautiful. Good. Ears in line with the hips. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Spin down. Option to take a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Good. Root down in the left hand. We're going to come to Vashisthasana side angle. So you can stack the feet right on top of the left. So spin onto the left side of the foot. Right? This is full pose. If this isn't not working for you, take the right foot in front, lift the hips. Option to keep the right hand on the hip or extend the top arm up towards the sky. Keep drawing the belly in. Good. If you're in full pose, full Vashisthasana, notice that right hip tends to open up. So keep that right hip stacking over the left. Drawing the belly in. Maybe gaze comes up towards the sky. Maybe that top leg lifts. Option. Good. Exhale down. Plant to the right hand. Eye of the elbow of the right elbow spins forward to create space in the shoulders. Hips lift. Maybe that left foot comes in front to press into the earth to lift the hips up. Maybe that left hand is on the hip. Maybe up towards the sky. Maybe stack the feet. Maybe that left leg lifts. Draw the belly in. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, bend at the elbows, lower down. Beautiful. This time, cactus the arms, lift the palms up off the mat, shoulder blades up and back. Inhale, lift the chest. Good. Lift the legs. On your next inhalation, arms out nice and straight, thumbs up towards the sky, shoulder blades up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, arms behind, maybe hands clasped, shoulder blades up and back, legs lifting. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Stay lifted. Inhale, arms forward. I know. Shoulder blades up and back. Exhale, release thumbs to the base of the chest. Drop the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Deepest one you have. Careful of the neck. Exhale, child's pose. Oh my goodness. Feet together, knees apart. Rest the hips back. Stretch the arms forward as you work the hips back. If this isn't comfortable to you, you can take a pillow and bring that underneath. Can you move the hips up, Jeff? Bring it to the backs of the knees and rest back. You can always take a block and rest your forehead on the block as well. Okay? Are you good? Yeah. Does that feel okay? Take a breather here. Beautiful. Good. Walk the hands over towards the right as you take the hips to the left, getting a stretch in the left side body, getting length. Inhale the hands over towards the left, take the hips to the right, stretching out the right side body. Good, and then you can stay here in child's pose if you need it a little bit longer, but we'll meet in downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Good, then walk the feet towards the hands. Take hands to hips, feet hip widths apart, bowing forward, work the shoulder blades up and back, tone the belly. Hug the heels in towards each other. And then inhale, rise up, root to rise. Exhale the arms down. Beautiful. Good, now take hands to hips, bend the legs, take the chest towards the thighs. Really bow down, taking the hips back, gorgeous. Keeping that curve in the lumbar spine, maybe take your hand to the base of the spine there. Keep that action as you start to straighten the legs. Lead with the heart as you bow forward, right? But if you notice that the back is rounding, bend the knees, keep the shoulder blades up and back. Beautiful. Maybe taking hands to blocks, right? Maybe taking hands to floor. Right, letting the head rest, shake it, yes. Keep shaking it, yes, I can do this. Maybe walk the feet together, full pose. Right? Careful not to lock out in the knees, so have a little bend in the knees. Good, press into the earth, bend the legs, take the arms forward, shoulders up towards the ears, plug the shoulders back. Now you can keep the knees together or separate the feet hip widths apart. We'll come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Draw the belly button up and in, keep the legs where they are, lift the torso, work the shoulder blades up and back. Good, have a little posterior tilt of the pelvis. Belly button up and in. Keep hugging those legs in. Maybe gaze to the sky. Bend a little deeper. Maybe lift the heels. Oh my goodness, bow a little deeper. Sit a little deeper, keep the torso lifted. Good, inhale, lift, straighten the legs, keep the heels lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, maybe plant the hands, bend the knees, maybe hop back, take a vinyasa, or just step back. Inhale, shift forward, bend at the elbows. Inhale, cobra pose, shoulder blades up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Swing it through between the hands. Find warrior one with the back heel lifted. Beautiful. Now we're going to come into warrior three, okay, through warrior one, okay? But if this is not comfortable to you, you can always have a wall or even use like a couch, okay, to help you, right, or blocks, all right? But here, Jeff, you know what, take a break for a second. Everyone step forward, just come to standing. I'll kind of show where we're going from here. Take a breather. So where we're going is, from warrior one, I'm gonna bring my torso forward, okay? Walk my back foot in a little bit, press into my right leg, lift up into warrior three. Now, in warrior three, tap that left hip down to keep the hips square. I'm lifting from the inner thigh. My back foot is super flexed, super engaged, like I'm pressing into a wall. Maybe arms out, maybe arms forward, maybe arms behind, okay? Now, if that's not working for you, you can use a wall to do this, okay? So here's my wall. I can bow forward, lift my back thigh, and I can just be here, kind of working this position, right? But from warrior three, we're gonna bend into that front leg, reach back, step back, find warrior one, okay? And then we'll go to the other side, all right? So come to standing. At the front of your mat, and then step the left foot back so right leg is forward, finding your lunge. Spin the back heel up. Beautiful. Now you can do this with hands to hips, right? Full pose, arms overhead. Good. Now bow the torso forward over that front thigh. Bring that back foot in a little bit. Press into the right leg. Lift up, find warrior three. Tap that left hip down, flex the back foot, press that foot back, like imagine there's my hand is behind in that foot, press into that hand, an imaginary hand. Keep drawing the belly in. I know. One more breath, get length, bend into that front knee, reach back, warrior one, OMG, good. Bow the chest forward, reach up, bring that left foot to meet the right, stand up, root to rise. Gorgeous. Let the arms rest down. Shake it out. We did it. Opposite side. I know I'm saying we did it, but you did it. All right, so left foot forward, bring that right leg back, making sure that you're long enough when you bend so that knee tracks over the ankle. Okay, rise up, find your warrior one. And again, hands can be on hips, right? Or you can just be at the wall switching sides. Good, draw the belly in. Bow that torso forward over the front thigh. Bring that back foot in a little bit. Press into the left leg, reach up, warrior three. Good, once you're there, tack that, good Jeff, tack that right hip down, square the hips, lifting from the inner thigh. Flex that back foot a lot. Good. Cactus the arms if need be. Actually, Jeff, show the wall. So arms nice and straight if you're at the wall. Tone the belly. One more breath. Good. Reach back with that right foot. Rise up, warrior one. Good. Now lean over that torso. Right foot meets the left, root to rise. Let the arms rest down. Gorgeous. Keep going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the back of the mat. Take a vinyasa or just meet in downward facing dog. Good, inhale, lift the left leg up, swing it through between the hands. Spin the back heel down, find Parsva Konasana, side angle. Taking forearm to front thigh, maybe right hand to hip, or option, coming into full pose. Maybe left hand to a block, left hand to the floor, right? Tuck that front hip under, top hip back, top arm overhead. Work the left ribs under, right ribs back. Maybe gaze to the sky, keep that back thigh lifting. Hug the feet in towards each other, rise up, warrior two. Shoulders in line with the hips. I was feeling left out, so I'll do this, guys. I'll do this with you. Spin the front, supinate the front palm, get length in the side body, reverse your warrior, but keep tracking that left knee over the third toe rather than letting it knock in. You can always just take your hand to the inner thigh. Good, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, find triangle pose. Either hand to shin, taking that right hand to hip, right? Or maybe hand to block or to the floor. Work that shoulder blade up and back, maybe right arm to the sky, gaze to the sky. Little bend in that left knee. Protect the neck if it's not working for you, don't look up. Now we're gonna come into half moon. So right hand to right hip, bend into that left knee, walk the right foot in a little bit, press into the left leg, keep the gaze down, take your left hand forward and to the outside, press into the left foot, lift the right thigh up from the inner thigh. Flex that right foot a lot, work that right shoulder blade up and back. Now, if this isn't working for you, stay in triangle. That's a thing, right? Whew. Good. Stay lifted, I know. Now reach back with that right foot, bend into the left leg. Find Parsva Konasana just for a breath. Exhale, spin down, find downward facing dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, go for it. Otherwise, stay in downward facing dog, take some breaths. Right side, inhale, lift the right leg up. Swing it through, is this the same side? Did we just do that side? Oh, switch sides. Oh, no, we didn't. Right leg, yeah. See, I was right. Spin the back heel down, Parsva Konasana. Jeff wants to do the same side again. I saved you guys. Right hip under, left hip back. Maybe stay here. Maybe full pose. Working that right hand to the mat. Tuck that right hip under, left hip back. Beautiful. Hug the feet in towards each other. Rise up, warrior two. Shoulders in line with the hips. Gaze over the third finger. Draw the belly in. Supinate the front palm. Inhale, get length as you reverse your warrior. Keep tracking that right knee over the third toe. Draw the belly in. Careful of that back thigh too, that you're not just putting all the weight in your back leg. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, find triangle pose. Left hand to hip maybe. Maybe right hand to shin. You might just kind of be working this action. Maybe full pose. Little micro bend in that right knee. Work that shoulder blade up and back on that left side. Option to stay here in triangle, in Trikonasana. Bend into the right leg. Take that left hand to hip. Keep the gaze down. Walk the left foot in a little bit. Right hand forward and to the outside. Press into the right foot. Sorry. Lift that left foot up from the inner thigh. Flex the left foot a lot. Shoulder blade up and back. Maybe gaze. Beautiful. Yeah, if you want to practice with your balance, maybe the gaze comes forward, maybe the gaze goes to the sky. Keep lifting that back inner thigh. Good. Bend into that front leg, reach back. Parsva Konasana just for a breath. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. If you need a vinyasa, go for it. Exhale. And then just come to sitting. And release. So bring the knees down. Come to sitting on the thighs for a moment. So we're going to come back into Vashisthasana side angle, okay? But with a thigh stretch here, okay? Option. So option one, right? You might just be, if you want to kickstand that right foot out to the side and then take that left leg straight out, you might just kind of be here, right? Otherwise, if you come into full Vashisthasana, can I use your mat, Jeff? Thank you. Can I use your couch? You can. Just for a minute. Jeff's going to use the couch just for a minute. So you can come into full Vashisthasana, right? Again, stacking the hips, right here. We're going to lift that left leg, bend at the thigh, kind of taking a thigh stretch. I'm going to reach my left hand back to grab my left ankle. Work the hips forward. I'm lifting from the inner thigh, maybe opening up thigh stretch, right? Now, if you're like, that's not happening, right? Again, kickstand the right foot to the side. Lift that thigh. You might just be here. maybe bend. You might just be here, not even grabbing, just kind of bending, getting a thigh stretch here. Maybe the left hand grabs left ankle, lift from the inner thigh to work the pelvis forward. So, right, those are the modified versions, or come into full Vashisthasana with the thigh stretch, all right? So we'll come into downward facing dog, switch, tag team. And if you're gonna come into the modified version, okay, you can come into tabletop. Otherwise, Jeff's gonna show full pose. Do you wanna switch? Are you sure? Okay. So if you're in full pose, come into Vashisthasana on the right side. Otherwise, kickstand that right foot out to the side, take the left leg straight out, right? Maybe, yep, that top leg lifts. Work that right out of the elbow forward to get space in the shoulder. Maybe left hand grabs left ankle, lifting from the inner thigh, pressing the pelvis forward. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Really nice, good. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog, we'll come to the opposite side. Good. So I have the elbow spins forward. I'm gonna kickstand that left leg out to the side. Jeff's gonna come to the full pose. Hips are stacked. Right hand to hip. Maybe that leg lifts from the inner thigh. Maybe it bends, working that right shoulder blade up and back. Maybe I find the ankle, lifting from the inner thigh, belly button up and in, pelvis forward. Maybe gaze to the side or up to the sky. Exhale, release, stretch back, find child's pose. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Good, inhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, swing it through between the hands, find pigeon pose on the right side. So walking that foot over towards the left side of the mat. And then squaring the hips. So tacking your right hip back, left hip forward, okay? Now, if you're gonna bring that back foot straight back on the top of the toes, just make sure it's not turning in, right? Like this sickling action. You can always tuck the toes behind you. Yep, to get a little more power there. If this isn't feeling good, you can do this on the back, right? So you might just have right ankle crossing over the top of the thigh, and you might just be here, taking right hand at inner thigh. If you're in full pigeon, draw the belly in, keep the legs active, keep the glutes active, toning the tush. If you're on your back and you want a little more, maybe lift that left foot up off the mat, find the bind. So I'm gonna take my right hand between the legs and then grab behind the thigh, the left thigh. Working the legs in, maybe taking that right forearm to inner thigh. So you might be here, okay? Wherever you are, keep your right foot super active to protect your knee. Now, option here to take a thigh stretch. So bring that, bend the left leg, right? Maybe left hand grabs left ankle, right? Working that right shoulder blade up and back, taking more of a back bend here. And option, if you're kind of in it, maybe that elbow finds the toes, maybe right arm lifts, squaring the shoulders, maybe find mermaid or merman. Clasping the hands, working that shoulder blade up and back, taking more of a back bend. Tone the belly, tone the backside. Exhale, gently release. Careful that back thigh doesn't slingshot back. Now, press into the earth. Right leg can option lift, three-limb dog. Or you can flip your dog, okay? So left hand roots into the earth. Spin that left heel down, take the right foot behind you. Drop the hips. Inhale, lift the hips back up, reach right arm back. Heart open, gorgeous. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Please know all of that was an option, right? Now that it's done. Jeff's like, why didn't you tell me that? We'll come to the opposite side. So inhale, lift the opposite leg up. We'll find that pigeon pose on the left side. So walk that left foot to the right side of the mat, but keep that left foot super flexed, super engaged. Tack that left hip back, right hip forward, tone the belly. And then option to stay lifted if you want more of a back bend, or lean the torso forward over that front thigh. If this is painful on your knees, again, do this on your back. Just crossing that left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Maybe that right foot lifts, grabbing the bind, so left hand between the legs, clasping behind the right thigh. Working the legs in towards the chest. Keep both feet super active, super flexed to protect the knees. Good, inhale. Exhale, release. Good, inhale. Rise up, option here to take the thigh stretch, okay? So, again, that front foot super active, super flexed. So squaring the hips, so I'm tacking my right hip back, left hip forward, bending at the right thigh. Maybe right hand finds right foot. Work that right shoulder blade up and back, maybe coming a little bit deeper. So finding that elbow to toes, shoulder blade up and back, maybe left arm lifts, tone the belly, maybe find the clasp with the hands, finding that mermaid or merman, draw the belly in, maybe take a little bit more of a back bend. If you feel any pain in the lower back, tone the glutes. Inhale, release, gently release that foot. Plant the hands, find three-limb dog, so opening up at the hip, maybe making some circles. You can stay here, or just find downward facing dog, or root into the right hand. Eye of the elbow spins forward, bring the left foot behind you, bring the hips down, and then inhale, lift the hips up, maybe that left heel lifts, arms straight, wild thing. Good, inhale, release. Drop the knees, and then come to sitting on the knees for a moment. We'll find Ustrasana, hands to hips. So tuck the hips under, so heels up towards the sky, okay? Shoulder blades up and back, get length. Inhale, up through the spine, and then exhale, take hands to the base of the hips, right to your sacrum. Squeeze the backside, squeeze the belly. Maybe right hand finds ankle, maybe left hand grabs ankle. Keep working the hips forward, shoulder blades up and back. So if the thighs are kind of rooting back, I'd say hands to hips, and then keep working the hips forward. Good. Inhale, lead with the heart. Last thing that comes up is the head. Come onto your back. Oh my goodness. We made it, team. We did it. 1 minute to spare. Woo. So we're going to go a little bit longer. We're going into our meditation. So if you need to call it a day, thank you so much for staying. Otherwise, we're going to cool down and then we'll do a little meditation in Shavasana. Okay, drink lots of water, and thank you for joining. But we'll keep going. We'll take a little twist here, all right? So take the knees over towards the right side. Cactus the arms, take the gaze to the left. Draw the belly in. Good. Inhale the legs to center, exhale them over towards the left, take the gaze to the right. Beautiful. Good. And then to plant the feet, if you need this, you can take a little bridge pose to release the back, right? So feet planted, inhale, lift the hips, chin lifts, belly button up and in. Otherwise, you can draw the knees into the chest. Exhale, lower the hips. And then straighten the left leg down to the mat. And then draw the right leg in towards the chest. Keep that left foot super flex up towards the sky. Hug that left leg in towards the midline. And then we'll take a little twist here. So roll to the left side of the foot, the pinky side of the foot. Take the left hand to the right thigh. And then just roll that right leg. Yep. Over towards the left, maybe gazing over the opposite shoulder. If you want to extend that right leg, go for it. Inhale, release, switch sides. So right foot comes to the mat. Keep that right foot flexed. Keep hugging that right foot into the midline. Draw the left leg in towards the chest. Gorgeous. Take right hand to the left thigh. Roll to the right side, the pinky side of the right foot. And then take that left leg across the body, taking a twist, just stretching out the back. Gorgeous. Maybe extend that left leg if you need it. Taking the right hand to your thigh, right hand to your left thigh. But you can keep it bent, that feels better. Slowly release that, draw the knees in, maybe find happy baby, taking one final stretch here, maybe hands finding the feet, working the hips down towards the mat. Maybe straightening one leg, straightening the other. And then gently release that and find Shavasana. So if you like to do seated meditation, go for that, right? Otherwise, let the feet rest out, palms up towards the sky. Little squeeze in the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Pause at the top, fill up the air. Exhale, release through an open mouth. Good, as you inhale, squeeze everything. Squeeze, make fists with the hands, squeeze the feet, tighten everything up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And just let go. Sink into the mat. Go for the ride. Not all sections of the road we travel are smooth, paved, easy riding. We may prefer the smooth sections of highway, but sometimes the roads get rough. And the rough section can go on for miles and miles. That's okay. It doesn't mean you've lost your way. It doesn't mean the rough section and bumpy spots will last forever. You're still on your path. Relax, wiggle your shoulders a bit. Get ready for you just may be in for the ride of your life. Don't try to ignore the bumps or pretend they're not there. Not all roads are paved and smooth. Not all roads are meant to be. Slow down a bit if you need to, but don't stop. Accept each part of the journey as it comes. Let each stretch of your path be what it needs to be. I invite you to stay here as long as you need to. Otherwise, start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Making small organic movements, whatever feels good to you. Draw the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a hug. Thanking yourself for your practice. And then roll to the right side and pause there. Gently come up to a seated position on your mat. Maybe finding a lift underneath you. Bring hands in front of an unfolded, open heart. Bowing to that beautiful light in you and in each other. And I thank you so much for joining today. I could feel your energy. I appreciate you. And may that beautiful light in you guide you in all that you do. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You. Thanks, Anthony.
Oh, you guys are so welcome.
Thank you, Anthony.
Jeff and Anthony.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Anthony. Anthony, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, Anthony.
Bye. If you have any questions and need to stay on for a little bit, I'll be here.
Okay. Well,
Bye,
thank
Jeff, too.
Bye, guys.
I'll post this on.
Oh, you are. Okay. See you, Anthony.
Bye, Patrick. Jackie. Hi, buddy. So I'll post this on Facebook and also on the Cornerstone website, so you'll have it. If you're for punishment and want to do it again. But thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, I'm good.
This is good. I'm not good at yoga.